Hi. In this video, let's take a quick look at how we can save the API keys. So in the previous video, I have generated an API key and then I forgot to copy it, and then it created me a problem, and then again I had to go back and again I had to generate one more API key. And I did it with intentionally. So to tell you that the pain points around like saving the API keys. So in this video, we will see how we can do that, how we can save the API key. So let's go into this collab and so here, this is our API key, right? So this one, what I'm going to do. So and also you should not share your API key with anyone else as well. So if it's on the right side, if you see over here, so there is a key symbol. Right, click on this key and then add new secret key. Click on that, and for example, let's name this like Google API key. Okay, and then update the value over here, and then notebook access. Please, shuffle turn on this one, and then that's it. So whenever, instead of calling your API key every time, so you can just use your name, variable name. It helps, it gets the API key for you. And also the good thing over here, so for example, let's say once you generate your API key, once you save, right now if I say like from Google, how can, let's say, let's see, from google.collab import user data. Okay, user data dot get, if I say Google API key, if you run this one and let's click on grant access, and it should generate the API key for you. And now you might be thinking that okay, this works well for this one, but you may have to create more collab nodes, right? Like when you are like progressing, and every time you can't do this one, right? So the good thing over here with the collab nodes is that once you save your key over here, then it will be automatically reflected in each and every collab. For example, let's say I'm creating one more notebook over here, and it will take some 5 to 10 seconds that we already have noticed here. Okay, now let's click on connect. If you see the key here, already the key is over here. So it really doesn't matter how many notebooks you create. This one, it will like keep on reflecting. All you have to do is just turn on this one, that's it. And you can create multiple API keys. For example, right now I have mentioned like Google API key. You can also like mention like your name underscore key, or like July underscore key, whatever the name, that would be fine. And now let's write the same sample program that what we wrote in the previous video, but this time we are going to get this one. Okay, so sample program for text generation. Okay, so now let's import all the module libraries from Google. Import GenAI from Google. I mean, to get this key from here, so we have to use collab, import user data, right? And now API key. So instead of writing, sending the key over here, what I'm going to do, user data, this library, user data dot get Google API key. So why this Google API key has come? If you see over here, this is the same variable name that we have assigned. And now, if you print the API key, it will print the API key for you. So we are not going to do that. And now let's create the client. So for creating the client is equal to GenAI, generative AI dot client API key is equal to API key. So we already have the API key over here. The same, I'm using this one. So why we need to use this one? To integrate the API key with the Gen AI models and generate the prompt. Okay, let's say response is equal to, so this one client, instead of writing the client here, you can just write everything over here. But we have to keep our code like neat and clean, right? Client dot models dot generate content. Okay, and then let's we need to know like which model we are going to use. For now, let's say like we have only one model, which is like Gemini 2.5 Flash. And again, you might be thinking like, what happens if I put like Gemini 2.4? No, I mean, when Google developed the models, they decided to name the model with the name Gemini 2.5 Flash. And like this, they created so many models. Like for images, we have one; for videos, one; for audios, one. So I will explain. I will walk you through everything. But for now, let's say this is the only model we have available because we are still in the preliminary stage of learning the generative AI. So for example, let's say contents. So you might also must be thinking like, here I have you written like model and here written the contents. It's because it's actually an array. You can pass like multiple values whenever there is an s. It's like a mostly array. You can pass multiple values with the comma. But for now, I'm just going to do like explain how AI works in a few words. Okay, then let's print response.text. And also, if you click on here, you can see how much of RAM you do have, how much of disk you do have. You really don't need a graphical card or a TPU, GPU or TPU, because when you are like getting all these libraries, it automatically process. So you, I mean, even if you have the graphical card, the speed it will not increase. I mean, that's what I understand. So you can see what AI said. In a nutshell, it learns patterns from the data to make predictions or even shorter. Computers learning from data to act intelligently. But one quick tip over here, basically whatever the AI does work is that it's all based on the historical data. Machine learning models, they can't create something new based out of nowhere. They don't have an intelligence like humans like us. So we can create something a new one and we can go. That's how all these AI tools have formed, boomed up and everything. But what a human can do versus AI can't do is that inventing a new things. But what AI can do is that, for example, let's say if you have like some thousand pages of documentations, you really don't have to remember everything. And also, it's not intuitive for you like to go through page by page and check like where exactly it is. If you feed the data to the AI, and you can ask questions like, "Hey, tell me whether how AI works based on the document." It gives you the answer. This is how the AI simplifies your life when it comes to your work or personal life, everything. And again, we will see like we will see like so many parameters in this one. And believe me, course is going to be the most interesting one. And I wish you all the best.